Where to with Nico and Chao. Food, travel, experiences, and stories. Where to, powered by MegaWorld Hotels and Resorts.
Well, we'd like to just welcome everybody once again. We're here at the beautiful, breathtaking Twin Lakes Hotel in Tagaytay, and this is the wine gallery that has not been launched just yet, but very soon you're gonna see it and you're gonna be able to enjoy this place, right?
And this is the first time that you guys are taking the opportunity to soak in the view, soak in the furnishings and the lighting and all that. And I'm telling you, it's way different if you come here and actually get to sip some bottle of wine and with your friends. And I believe it's the perfect venue for Christmas, right?
Absolutely. And speaking of Christmas, this is the Christmas edition of Where To with Nico and Chao. And of course, very special guests today because we'd love to hear about some of their Christmas experiences and traditions and all that kind of stuff. Very, festive feels, right? Okay.
Hitting the spot for the holiday season. And I guess we have the greatest honor of introducing them, our guests today. Let me start with a gentleman that is with us today. He's been such an inspiration to a lot of people in our industry, which is the hospitality industry. And I kid you not, everybody follows him online in Facebook. He even has this, was it a website?
I have.
Also a website, but yung pinaka maingay natin ngayon, the noisiest platform that we have of him is actually his TikTok account.
Yes.
Yes. Later on, he will reveal what his handle is.
Oh, yes.
But ladies and
yes.
gentlemen, it brings us so much honor and pleasure to be able to introduce the Vice President for Commercial for Archipelago. Ladies and gents, a good friend of ours, Mr. Chris Legaspi.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Nico, and thank you, Cha, for inviting me here. This is such a lovely place, and I was surprised to see this new restaurant of yours. It's something that everybody has to visit soon. I was actually inquiring how to book this restaurant already.
Really? Oh my gosh. Well, you're going to be the first diner.
Definitely. We have to be.
The number one spot.
That's amazing. Okay, but Nix, I see somebody right next to you and you cannot miss her.
Definitely not. I mean, my gosh. Outstanding, brilliant mind, first of all, of anything else, great advocacy. She's always been talking about it. And, well, it's a giveaway. She's a stunner. Now, would you like to do the honors of introducing her?
No. I think I'll let you do the honors.
Okay, all right. Quick story between this lady that's next to me. We've actually went into a journey of 2 years now, or more than that. No, more than that, because we were also part of the screening process, which was a very long one. All the challenges for this category. And I kid you not, people in the beauty pageant industry are not just beautiful, they are actually athletes. No sleep, dire-diretso. They thrive on goodwill, I tell you, goodwill, because it's all about the heart. And ladies and gents, we are so proud because this lady right here is gonna be representing the Philippines in 2023 for Miss World International. And of course, ladies and gents, she is no other than our reigning Miss World Philippines, Miss Gwen Founriol. I love that. Gwen Founriol. Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome.
Thank you, Nico, for the amazing introduction. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, and it's really good to be back here again. You know, it brings me back so many memories. This is, I think we met in a Mega World,
Property
area,
also.
yes,
Yeah.
and being here brings back so many memories. And you are right, beauty queens are also athletes. We have to stay up. We have to keep moving. Also talk about our advocacy and just have so much energy. And I think being in this environment gave me so much energy. I didn't even need Red Bull at this point.
Sponsored Red Bull.
If you're watching, all the beauty queens, they need to stay awake.
Just in case.
And this is while she's having some coffee, right?
On the side.
On the-
And sherry wines too.
and
Yeah.
wine, oh my gosh, I don't know what that mix is. But anyway, okay. Well, I know that it's like super busy for you, Gwen. I'm gonna direct this question to Gwen because you're all over the place. You have to you travel I'm not sure if it's as much as Chris though, because Chris travels. Like, okay, we'll get to him. But what is your Christmas going to be like this holidays?
Well, this holiday, unfortunately, I decided to really just stay in Manila and focus and actually spend it with the children of my advocacy, which is Erda Foundation. And we help the youth go back to school, and many of them don't actually have a shelter or a roof over their head to spend Christmas. So I hope to make their Christmas a bit brighter and a bit better by just spending time with them.
That's beautiful.
See? Beauty with a purpose.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
And you get carried away, and it's great that Miss World Foundation is an organization that really looks into the purpose of what they do. So much like the things that we also do with Archipelago. How about you, sir?
Well, where will I spend my Christmas? I will be resting. So no, as we were discussing earlier with Cha, I normally fly a lot. So during holidays, I would like to be in an area or in a location where I can just enjoy myself, rethink of things, at the same time enjoy a fantastic view. Pretty much like here in Twin Lakes.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so that's a hint, folks, where he's actually going to be this Christmas, right? Because Chris here, okay, we were talking earlier on, but he was saying that there was just, in 7 days, in 1 week, he was actually in 15 different locations.
Oh, yes. So part of my job is really to visit a lot of our hotels. Wow. And because of that, there will be instances, literally, where I would be flying early, 4 o'clock in the morning to a location to have breakfast. And then right after that meeting, I have to ride another plane and go to another location for afternoon snacks. And then after that, fly again for dinner. Yeah, so yeah, in a week, the worst was 15 locations actually. You're right.
Wow. You're teleporting everywhere.
It's really bad, exactly. But you know what? What's good is that because now we have social media and all of that, so even if I have to attend to a lot of meetings and go to a lot of locations, I take photos. Yes. Yeah, I make it fun so that I can post it, sort of like I put it in my head that these are places that normally I don't go to, on a personal basis. So I would look for nice areas to take photos and post it.
I remember one of your posts before, coming from Boracay, one of our properties also where you went to. After Boracay, then went to Cebu for that activity that we had with the chefs, the culinary event. Yes. And then right after, the day after, not even a day after, it only took like 8 hours or 13 hours. He, ladies and gentlemen, was already in Africa.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
I had to fly.
You remember that?
Yes. So in one of your events, indeed.
Yes.
After that, I had to fly back to Manila and then fly to Kenya.
There you go.
Wow. And what was that for? Just to visit? Or?
To visit our partners in Kenya. And I had to deliver a speech in front of the Hotel Association of Kenya.
That's quite interesting in terms of perspective today, because obviously we've got somebody who's opting to travel just within the area, just within the Philippines. And then we've got Sir Chris right here, who obviously, again, is going all around the world. And I'm not talking about the game here that we play during Christmas. This is the actual task, or a pleasure rather, of going around the world. Now, with all that said, I think everybody's catching the drift here that we're talking about Christmas activities, things that you're passionate about, things that keeps you going, things that you look forward to doing as well. Now, we've got some couple of questions right after the first one, and I'd like to ask, what are the most, or what is rather, the cringiest experiences or traditions or things that doesn't make sense to you during the holidays? And I think we'd be able to pick up some good points here.
Yeah.
Right. I asked you the first question, kanina, sir. I'd like to go with Gwen this time.
We did discuss earlier, but for me personally, when I do travel during Christmas in the Philippines, I noticed that they start playing Christmas music even 4 months in advance in the mall. It would be like September or even earlier than that, and I'd be hearing Mariah Carey, on her speakers, and I'd be like, wait, isn't it a bit early? So I think just playing it over and over again, I don't I feel like it loses its spark, and I find it a bit cringy on my end. I think it's better to have it in December so you can really feel the joy of Christmas.
True. Yeah, because also, well, come to think of it, although I am one of them.
Yep. And I'd have to say me too.
Yes. Gwen's right, because we still have the Halloween season.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, by practice, what we normally do is we start putting Christmas things from September,
Deckers.
take it down first for Halloween, and then put it back again after Halloween.
As they would say, the Philippines has got the longest celebration for the holidays. Right.
It's double the effort though, putting it up and then taking it back down and then putting it up again.
But that's just how we love it. There's so much appreciation and enjoy that we get from the holiday season that a lot of the Filipinos would rather want to do it earlier and to extend it longer. Personally, I don't know because I've also been a product of a family that does it. But I've got really, really good memories out of that practice. But, to each his own, and sometimes, yes, baka naman merong bagong kanta si Mariah Carey, no?
Baka lang.
Baka naman.
Speaking of putting up all the decorations over Christmas, or in September, no?
Yes.
One of the things that make me cringe, and it's so creepy because it's those elves.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the I mean, okay, there are cute elves and then there are those like really creepy elves that you wanna, like, some people put on the tree or, and it's like, what is that? Is it Halloween? But no, it's Christmas.
True. Yeah, some of them can be scary,
It
right?
can be.
Especially if you have a wild imagination.
Oh.
How about you, Sir Chris? Anything that you find cringy?
Yes,
Holiday season?
Secret Santa.
Secret Santa.
Yeah,
Interesting.
okay. Because it's fun, but it's also like you don't know who is giving you the gift, right? So because of that, sometimes, who knows, you probably don't want, or you're even allergic to the gift, right? It can happen
Could be,
sometimes.
yeah.
I don't know, some chocolates or what. But obviously, you have to express your appreciation and really show that you like it. I think it would be better if they at least ask what you want, or somehow just ask. Yeah, just simply ask.
No, there definitely is a joy for giving.
Yeah.
And it brings joy because of a particular reason,
Yes.
right? The end point was never the goal. The actual journey of getting the gift, getting to know the person rather, was the main goal
Yes.
before you give out the gift.
True.
Right?
So the person should be researching a bit. Yes. And if that happens, I think that would be better. You're right.
Definitely.
So I'm going to sidetrack a little bit, but was there ever an instance where you got a gift and like you decided like I can't have it in my home, or like did you ever send it back? What did you do with it?
Or worst case, did you have to give it to somebody else?
Oh.
Yeah, yun na nga, di ba? That's sad sometimes, right? But well, the question is, did I receive? Yes, actually.
Happened to
Something
you.
that,
It happened.
Yeah, something that unfortunately I cannot take.
Okay.
Meaning because I'm allergic to it. Yes, that's simply that.
I see.
But obviously you can't say that, and you just say, "Oh, thank you very much."
Yeah.
Then what I did that time was just to share it with everybody.
Okay.
I opened the gift, it's food, and I said, "Hey, let's all, enjoy this."
I mean, that's the joy of Christmas, sharing it
Yes,
with other people.
exactly.
Maybe perhaps the gift wasn't really meant for you, but for you to be able to share it with somebody.
Yes, that's a good point.
I love it.
Isn't that, and that's what Christmas is all about, right? Being able to share it.
Okay, let's move on to something a little more fun. I hope it's fun for you guys.
Yeah.
Anything that happened to you in the past, or perhaps the worst situation that you'd be able to find yourself? Anything that made it fun, anything that was, how would you say, unfortunate, but you made it fun? Something like that. Would you like to share, Sir Chris? Go ahead.
Oh, sure. One of this it's a funny story, at the same time memorable, because, well, most of our friends know that Jerome and I would plan our trips, our Christmas. And one time we were in Japan. And we forgot to book a restaurant, and we also just thought that we can go to any restaurant. So by the time it was Christmas Eve, we went to some restaurants which are either full or closed. So just to celebrate, we ended up in a McDonald's. So imagine flying all the way to Tokyo, dressed up for Christmas Eve, and finding yourselves just sitting down in McDonald's.
That's right. I have to validate that. So, what lesson did you learn?
Oh, I guess one of the lessons that we learned there is that we are happy, just the two of us. How special each of us are. And it's really not the restaurant, not the expensive fine dining restaurants we're after. It's the conversation that we can do, just the two of us. There you go.
And it's really the company too, right? And that Christmas is like, spending time with your loved ones. And sometimes not even your loved ones, and being able to do something like spend time with yourself, right? Because everybody needs a little bit of me time every now and then.
Exactly.
Even during the holidays, nothing's wrong with it, right?
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, good.
Well, when I think about Christmas when I was younger, a funny memory would be that every year, either my dad, my grandfather, or my great-grandfather would dress up as Santa Claus. So they would take turns. But me, I didn't know that. So I would be terrified of Santa Claus, and I'd be crying or running around the sofa. Like, I would be terrified. And then until one day I realized that my dad was in a costume, and I pulled down the beard, and I basically revealed who he was to my younger brother, who still believed in Santa Claus. So I guess that's a funny memory for me, but it's also the joys and the traditions that we keep, especially in the Philippines. The joy of Christmas, the blessings, and it's just fun to look back on.
And I think the more fun it is, or the funnier it is, the more memorable it also is.
Exactly.
Yes.
And much like you guys too, started out as an unfortunate event, but learning the lesson from it made it all worthwhile. Amazing.
Okay, so adventures, like, I think Christmas time has like just a whole lot of adventures that we can embark on. I mean, whether you're staying put, or, you're actually going out on a trip or out of the country, right? I think there's so many adventures, but what would be your ideal Christmas adventure?
Would you like to start, or should I start?
Go ahead, Gwen.
Well, for me, I mean, no other than spending it with my family, I'd love to go back to skiing. I used to ski a lot before, yeah. But since things got busy, I haven't had the time to find my passion back for skiing. And skiing is so fun. It's so dangerous, but it gives you the thrill, right? Have you tried skiing?
Nope, I have something else in mind. I'll share later after you. Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it'd be just sitting by the bonfire or a fireplace and just coming from a long day of skiing would be the perfect, Christmas for me.
Yes.
How about you, Sir Chris?
Yeah, in my case, well, the plan is actually tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
We're heading to Europe.
Okay.
And
see, everybody, he's heading to Europe.
Wow.
and Christmas Eve, we will be spending it in Lucerne. So, as I mentioned earlier, we would love to, I personally would like silence, just enjoying again the two of us with a very nice view of the Alps. And what was that Korean telenovela before Crash Landing on You? Where there was this piano thing?
Yes.
That happened in Lucerne, right? So we're gonna look for that, hoping that the piano's there.
That is so romantic. I love that scene.
True.
Oh, somebody else is also traveling this year. I think Miss Chao.
I am traveling this year, and I will take the advice of Chris. And luckily, we've booked lunch, but we haven't booked dinner in Japan. So, yes, McDonald's, can you please reserve a table for us? So we're gonna be heading out as well. But the memories. I'd like to go back. If you just allow me to go back, but memories, like fun memories about Christmas. It's really just about being together with your loved ones, and that to me is the my fondest memory. As well as one Christmas we were also snowboarding, so that's another fun memory. But how about you, Nico? I'd have to ask you.
For this Christmas, well, it's just this year that my mom hit the senior mark. So traveling for us is different as well, right? Usually we would gather as a family, as a big clan rather. But because everybody's, my age already, meaning when I say my age, everybody's got their own families now. They're married to another clan, obviously. And then it's always a tug of war with who does it first, like the mom side or the dad side. So we're already in that level. So now, for the first time in history, I'm spending it all alone with my mom and nowhere else but here in Twin Lakes. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. I don't want to stress out her niece because obviously she doesn't like to go like really far places now. She's still very active, yes, but this is a different kind of lifestyle for us, knowing that there is a senior already in our group. But other than that, I'd still have to go back to that value that it's really all about the people that you spend it with, may it be with others or just yourself, and taking a pause, much like what you said. The silence is music to your ears because out of the entire 12 months, at least you'd be able to dedicate that particular day just to be by yourself with the people that you love, having a good feast, and then being in a place that you get to share it with everybody.
That's true. Especially because of our work, right? I mean, even Gwen, we get to see a lot of people, meet a lot of people, attend a lot of events. So during Christmas, it's really very important just to spend it with your loved ones. Yeah. Quiet,
peaceful.
Yes.
Right.
And quality time.
Yes, and quality time.
Indeed.
And just thinking about it, I would love to spend my Christmas here. That would be on my to-do list.
Oh.
I mean, the view, wow.
Oh, yes.
GM Owen will book you a room now.
I heard they prepared a lot of stuff for New Year here, right?
We did. And planning it starts in June. We plan our Christmas activities across all our soon-to-be 13 properties, starting June. And everybody's busy with all the F&B offers, room offers, entertainment, which is most important, and making sure that we get to offer it at a price that's very affordable for everybody.
Yes. And it's very important, I think, that especially Mega World properties, all of your properties are very, very popular. So the point only is, everybody should book in advance, especially the restaurants, right?
Especially the restaurants. Let's talk about this, discussion about this. But yes.
And that is a very practical advice. Because it happened to me before in the past. I'm not quite sure if it happened to you, because I know, Chris, it happened to you. That last minute impulses. You try to go to this restaurant. I'm always with my family of 12.
Oh my goodness.
It's not easy to travel with a family of 12.
That's very hard.
You get into a restaurant and then they're all fully booked, or either they're closed because they're not operating for that hour.
That's a stress you don't need during Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve.
Exactly.
If there's something that's cringy really during the holidays is when you lack preparation.
Oh yes.
That's everything crumbled down.
Yes, true.
Okay, I think we've got a long conversation going on, and I think everybody's rived up for the one that we had. One thing, I'd like to go around the room just asking, what's your message for Christmas this year? After everything that we've been through, and I'm talking about beyond the pandemic, within the pandemic, and looking forward into the future. Let's go one by one. Let's start with you, Gwen.
Well, my message is to really share the kindness and the blessings that you already have, because I think we need to take a moment to appreciate what we have and not what we want or the future. I think just to appreciate the present and who you're surrounded by, and just spending with your loved ones, as you said, is really important, because 12 months out of the year we're working so hard. We deserve at least one day to just be around the people we love.
Yes, that's true. In my case, I think everybody has to rest, as you mentioned, at the same time prepare, because we had the COVID part 3 years, and this year, 2023 was the start, but in the early part of the year, it was still a little bit, are we still entering COVID or what? So 2024 is like a full year that we're really preparing for everything again. And we have to be ready, and we have to rest.
Thank you, Sir Chris. How about you, Miss?
Exciting, no? It's rest. I'd like to just piggyback on that, because I think the holiday season, everyone is very busy. I mean, I'm sure you would all agree with me that everybody's so busy and we're running around. And even during Christmas, it's like preparations for the meals that we're going to do, you know, for family members that are coming in, the gifts that we have to give. Even on the 25th, on Christmas Day, I mean, people are still shopping, right? And where is the rest? But let's also not forget what Christmas is all about, because we get so caught up in the celebrations, but we remember that Christmas, it's Christ. Must, right? So I think that just being able to celebrate what the real meaning of the season is, and sharing that, the blessings all throughout the past year, and being able to see how far you've gone, right? Looking back where you were and where you are now, and it's all because of His blessings.
Beautifully said. Amazing. I love it. Beautiful. Actually, all your messages put together brings about the message for Christmas, really. Just to add to that, I think with all that we've been through for the past years, even just within the 3 years of the pandemic, tama, diba? 3 years naman, no? Things change quite often, and we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. No matter how much we prepare, we will still miss out that dinner. We will still be able to, you know, identify that there are just some things that we don't like to hear, right? But we don't care anyway, because we just love experiencing the joy of Christmas. And as well as, of course, knowing your focus, which is really directing yourself closer to God, and because faith is needed for us to survive the hardest time. With all that said, I think there is a level of gratefulness that we need to be reminded of, because no matter what happens, whatever hopefully our good intentions are, whoever we spend it with, however we spend it with as well, you will never be able to appreciate what's around you if you are not grateful. And for the message of Christmas, let us continue to be grateful. Let us continue to give thanks to the Lord. Let's continue to give thanks to the people around us and the purpose that we have to be able to share it, to share the love that we have across the world. I guess that's it.
Wow.
My God.
I love it. So thank you, Gwen, thank you, Chris,
Thank you very
for
much.
joining us
so
today.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone.